Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on this video and welcome to my 12-week year journey. I do my 12-week year a little bit differently than most people do. I have an easy scoring system which helps me track my habits and stay on top of my goals. So I am on week 9 as of right now. So we're going to go over the habit tracker. We're going to score myself, and I also want to see how many steps I took this week. And then what I do is I go over what worked and what didn't. So hopefully week 10 will be even better than week 9. That's always the goal. All right, so here are the habits for week 9. You want to do something a little bit differently. This time I want to mark the bad ones in blue. So what I didn't do great at, let's see. I didn't do great at no candy. Top 3 bad ones we're gonna do. Journaling at all, which is not it's not part of my goal, so that's okay. And then probably it would be the no spends. All right, so those are days where I am not allowed to spend anything outside of my necessities. So I didn't do great that week. I also want to highlight the ones that I did really good in. I'm sure I did reading. I just completely forgot to update that one. Let's see. The top ones were no calories after 7 for sure. I did that every day. Probably no calories before 9:30. And taking my vitamins every day. So it looks like I missed 2 days. Oh, it should have been making my bed, but that's okay. So that's just one way that I can quickly see what I need to work on and what I need to get better at. So when I see that across the month, I'll be able to hopefully see a pattern of what I need to focus on in my next 12-week year. I do take a break. Most people do quarterly. I kind of just do 3 12-week years for the year instead of 4. So I take a month break in between. August will be my break month just to kind of not get burnt out, because that can happen to me for sure. Or I get bored with it. So it's not as effective when you're bored with it. All right. So I wasn't recording when I thought I was, but so far this is what we have. I have 80% for minimum steps, 100% for no candy goal, 85% for 70 ounces of water per day. Number 4, no dining out 4 days a week. We did that more than needed. We did number 5 and 6 more than needed, which is no calories before 9:30 a.m. and no calories after 7 p.m. Part of my intermittent fasting. I think that's not going to start working until I'm doing 15 hours or more. Right now we're doing 14 and a half, which just started for July. I was doing 14 for the month of June. So I'm going to slowly increase that so I don't shock my system. Intentional cardio is the last one. I want to do that in a minimum of 4 days. We did that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So we surpassed it. We have 100%. This was a pretty good week, especially compared to the others that I had. All right, and we got... Is that right? Is that right? Oh, that was a good week. Why was that week so good? That was a good week. And you know what I did notice this week, the things that went good? I listened to a motivational podcast or something educational every morning, or I try to do it at least Monday through Friday, and I did do that every day. That might have helped. I think I'm finding a trend that is helping the entire day, and also making my bed every day is helping. Waking up on time. So some things I'm finally noticing a trend. So 95%, that is really good. All right, let's take a look at what worked and what didn't. All right, so we already said the score was 95%. Yay. All right, so my wins were tracking my workouts. So I did track my workouts. All right, so I started using a digital planner last week just to see how I liked it, and actually I really did like it. So I did track my workouts there. I will add a screenshot so you guys can see the workouts that I did last week. Last week was a really good week. There was only one day where I did no workouts at all, and that was because I was sore. So tracking the workouts definitely helps to see that every single day. This week I am focusing on standing ab workouts, and I am doing a 7-day challenge. So right now we're on day 2. So you guys will see that later when I score this week. All right, so no calories before 9 a.m. I'm sorry, 7 is what? This is not right. 9:30 a.m. So no calories before 9:30 a.m. I did well in that. I increased the amount of water that I was drinking this month as opposed to last month. I did increase my intentional cardio. You'll see that on a workout updates. Better planning. I did plan better. That digital planter. I sound like Medea.
Hello. In my life, you ain't got to say nothing. I am living for the Lord. I am living for the Lord. I am living for the Lord. Hallelujah.
Digital planner definitely helps. Less brain fog from fasting. Yes, I have noticed that I am focusing better on the days that I commit to the intermittent fasting. But if I eat late the night before, I definitely have more brain fog. I definitely noticed that. I know they said that could happen, but I was skeptical. It does work, and I have ADHD, so brain fog on top of that is, yeah, a tragedy. So fasting is definitely helping with that. I think I'm going to try in August a 24-hour fast. We'll see. Don't quote me on that. All right, maybe I should just increase it slowly. We'll see. Challenges. I need to get back to meal planning. I did eat out a couple times that week because I did not meal plan. I forgot my lunch at home, so I need to plan lunches too. I think that would help for the days that I'm in the office. Work treats. There was a special occasion at work this past week, so there was a lot of like candy and sweets and stuff. So that was probably why I didn't do great. Not anybody else's fault, but it was just around me, and I am a sucker for peer pressure, I guess. Sleep. I didn't sleep well that week. Candy. Yeah, that was a bad one. I already said that. Included in the work treats. School finals. It was finals that week, but surprisingly, I still did really good on my goals. I was not expecting that. And I was stress eating that week. So didn't eat great. Probably didn't lose any weight because of everything I ate after I worked out. But we're going to work on that. What I can improve, early sleep aid notifications. So I usually have Alexa let me know, I think at 8:30 to take melatonin. I'm changing that to 8 o'clock. That way, if I forget, because I'm forgetful, I at least get it in sometime between 8 and 9, and I can be ready for bed by 9:30. Begin tracking reading on my habit tracker. So I am tracking that. I did put that on there. I want to improve my sleep. That sleep notification will help to take a sleep aid. I don't take it every single night. I'm really bad at taking it, honestly. And then when I remember, it's too late. So again, that sleep aid notification will help. I do need to skip a day between cardio. When I do a really heavy duty cardio, I do need to give myself a break in between, because if not, I will injure myself and then I can't work out for days, and then I'll lose my momentum. So I have to remember to take a day in between, and at least maybe those days I will do an ab workout. But you'll see here I did like no ab workouts that week, and that's because a lot of the things I did was standing abs, so they're kind of like together. All right, I mean, that's pretty much it. Last thing I have to do is update it in my little planner here. Week number 9, 95%. Oof. Okay, first week of July, 95%, really good. Let's see what we got. I had 6 and 7. And I'm putting this all on one piece of paper so that at the end of the 12-week year, I can look back and see everything all in one. One thing I also like to do is to put in here some things that worked and some things that didn't. So I want to know to track workouts, sleep aid, continue the motivational videos. Definitely, I think that helps. And I did better at water. All right, so some things that worked, some things that didn't. I increased the water. I increased my physical activity. So that was, maybe they're all related. Maybe the physical activity, it made me do better for the rest of the day because I usually do those in the morning. So that could be it. That could be it too. I don't know. Yeah, I want to score the month. I scored May. I didn't score June. Altogether, June was an 86. So we're doing pretty good. The goal is 85. So we did pretty good both months. So this habit tracking, this works. It can be a little tough to remember to do, but having my nail just broke. But having the habit tracker on my phone that I can quickly check off definitely works. So that app works really well. I paid, I think, 99 cents for it, but you only pay once. You don't have to pay every month. You pay for it once and it's yours. It's not an annual subscription or anything like that. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I'll send you the information. All right, last thing I want to do is see how many steps I took that week. I did miss a couple of days. The new goal is 7,250 steps. So I raised it by 250 steps a day. So this was 48,509. Not one of the better weeks, but we did other physical activities, so that's okay with me. The score was a 95. That was really good. That's really good. That must have been a good week. And the crazy part is I never notice when I'm having a really good week, but I absolutely notice when I'm having a bad week. That should tell you just how our brains work. But habit tracking doesn't lie. I mean, it's going to tell you exactly what you did, exactly what you didn't do, and you'll get to see your own patterns, good or bad. All right, that's it for me today. We're hoping that week 10 will be better, or at least somewhere near the same. Honestly, I don't know if I can get better than 95%. I'm not getting 100. I just know that, but that's okay. All right, that's it for me today. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for sticking in there with me for week 9 of my 12-week year. We only have 3 weeks left, so I'm going to try to get some workouts in. I'm going to try to be better at my diet. If we don't meet the goals, I don't know. But I guess we'll find that out on the next episode. No, I don't know. But I do need to start figuring out what August will be like if I don't reach all of the goals that I set. But if you haven't already, please subscribe to the video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, even if you think you're already subscribed, just double check for me. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And thank you so much. Come back for the next week so we can see how week 10 went. And hopefully I can share some more tips and tricks that I learned throughout the week on my journey with you so that you can start or continue on your own. Thanks for watching. I want you to always remember it is about progression and not about perfection. Bye.